Carrick's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? We got Donny, Sancho, and Fred. Marcus Rashford's a man born and bred. Do 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 do
We
do
won
do.
it.
Guys, we're here with a fan reaction to the game that happened tonight. 2-0 to Manchester United, beating Villarreal. Some nice payback there. I mean, we already got payback in the first game anyway, but beating them again is all good. Here with the crew, you'll be used to us right now. We've got G Wolf, or is it Ronaldo? Who is here right now? How you doing? How you doing, Ronaldo?
It's the Ronaldo G.
Cool. You got the goal in the end, mate. I mean, you were struggling a bit, but you got the goal.
Just a simple chip that did it.
Hey, he's modest. That's good. We got Griffo Chaz. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. No filter for me. You have to put up with this boring face, I'm afraid, but there you go.
It's all good. And we've got, of course, man like Usman. How you doing, pal?
I'm good, man. I'm in good spirits, man. I can't stop smiling. We're through to the knockouts,
baby. We're through. And of course, I didn't even introduce myself. It's Eddie O2. Yep. Good to see everyone in the chat again. Who we got in the chat? We've got Molly Do. How you doing, man? New guy in here. Psycho Killer. Oh, I hope you're not a troll, mate. That's a mad name. Mikayo Kramer, one of the members in here. Good to see you. Joey Rose, Family Fishing, and the Mighty Reds. That's a great long name there. Cool Homies, one of the mods in here. Good to see you. Do some good modding for us tonight, my friend. Everyone, bang a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new. On the road to 50K, I think it's, what is Piggy on? 48K, 48.4K, I think it is.
Yeah,
something like that.
Something on the
something like that. We're getting there. Well, as I said, 2-0 tonight. 2-0. We're doing well on paper. We're doing well, set for the next round. I mean, I'm just going to get into my analysis, actually, because I'm happy with the result. But we saw in that first half, it was Ollie ball. It was pretty much like Ollie is not left, and obviously we're going to get that. I mean, you just get rid of the head manager. I was going to say head coach, but you get rid of the manager, and then the coaches who have been influencing this kind of play that we have still there. And we did see what we saw. It's like Ole's not left. We did see what has happened under Ole. We saw that Man United not really start that well. I'm just going to be real, and I'm not going to put a dampener. I'm just going to be real over the analysis. People like McFred in there not really getting hold of the game, and I think Van der Beek suffered quite a bit in that first half. I didn't really see enough of Van der Beek, to be honest. Sancho quiet in the first half. We had 30% possession after about 25 minutes. That's quite bad. It was a bit like I was kind of having a little bit of a flashback to the derbies where we had low possession. But luckily, Villarreal, yeah, I mean they're a smaller team, so they couldn't even take the chances. De Gea, few good saves. He's my man of the match. We're going to get into the man of the match later, maybe. But
you might just tell us everything, ID. You're going to save anything for the imagination. You might give a man of the match within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, man. I love De Gea, man. He's going to get player of the season, I reckon, mate. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty much what I saw in the first half. In the second half, we did capitalize on the mistake, it has to be said. And then we came alive for me. After we got... It looked like what we are, a team that's lacking coaching, and then we kind of go up a level when we get a bit of confidence from a goal. It takes a goal for us to get confidence. And then we saw the chances. I'll give props to Carrick a little bit, though, for Rashford and Donny coming on.
1 second.
What's up, man?
Can we get rid of that Joey from the comments, because that's absolutely disgusting. Mods, can you someone block him, please, because it's an absolute scum of the earth.
Yeah, Rushman is in here. Can you bounce these guys out? I didn't even say that. But
somebody get Joey Rose, please.
Get him out. It's all right, man. Mods are in here. Get rid of the people that are messing about. We grew in confidence after the goal. Then Sancho came through with something. That's a nice top corner goal there that he got. He's got some confidence now. I think these players needed that. They needed that result. For me, I don't think there's this whole talk that the players could have downed tools on the Ole. I just don't think people have been good enough because of the lack of coaching. We saw people struggling to get passes going for a majority of the game, and then we had to rely on the goal to actually get some play going. But that's my ramble for now. So we're getting to Usman. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to Ronaldo first, but fair enough. I mean, it just got the goal. Look, for me personally, the new management. New manager.
Carrick's at the wheel.
Yeah, I mean, you think it's new management, but they've kept the same staff. Look, it was a mistake first and foremost for them to keep the same staff, but that comes down to the board not being organised. That comes down to the board not having a contingency plan, which is what we mentioned the other day. So, Carrick didn't have much time to work with the team, so he just gone with what he knows, which is save. And he basically done what Oli would have done. The two big changes were the fact that Donny and Martial started, which I was very surprised about, pleasantly surprised, however. But as you correctly said, Donny just got basically violated this game because it's potentially similar to what happens to Bruno, but when you've got Basin McFred, you're never really going to have any success in the game in terms of control, any ball retention, any ability to score from defence to attack. And Van der Beek really suffered from that. He was just an invisible man. He just had next to no touches of the game. The ball wouldn't get to him. It's funny because I've seen people criticise Donny Van der Beek, which is hilarious because, in case you've forgotten, Donny didn't play in that position at Watford. Donny played in the pivot alongside Matic, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't understand why people can't understand why there was a massive difference in his performance today. He couldn't dictate play because the ball wasn't getting to him. Literally, he wouldn't get the ball. Every time in the first half, they would just pin us in. And Wan-Bissaka's ability on the ball, Lord have mercy.
He's my favourite, He's shocking today,
So bad. He literally can't keep the ball. It's like he's playing hot potato constantly with himself. Like, he's just constantly losing the ball. Like, it's like he's got a competition between him, McTominay, and Fred. In-house, that who can lose the ball most this game. Now, they literally can't make more than 2 passes on that right wing. But in Fred's defence, he actually did quite well in the second half. Obviously, got us the first goal. But look, end of the day, the only thing that mattered today was the 3 points. I would have taken a draw, but we even done better than me. Won the game, clean sheet. Sancho finally scores. Ronaldo scores. There's a lot to take away from it. I'm not going to sit here and be negative because we're through to the last 16, and that's the only thing that matters.
We're through. Rushmano is saying we've got 23 likes. That's it, guys. Keep getting the likes up. We're going to try and come into the comments when we can. Mikhail Kramer, I'm going to randomly click on your comment anyway. I would definitely play Donny against Chelsea. Otherwise, we will be constantly defending for 90 minutes, in my opinion. See, that's an interesting comment. Mikhail, where would you play him, though? Would you try him like Carrick has done in that number 10 again? Or like Usman's saying, you get him into that pivot where he did well against Watford. He did well there where he could pull some more strings, getting the ball off the defence and just, working some 1-2s. I can't believe Carrick didn't see that could happen. That clearly shows that I don't think it's going to be Carrick at the wheel, really. He's got a minimum of 6 games anyway. So, I think that's...
Who said he's got a minimum of 6 games? Is that
because he's not got his proper badges to actually keep going on. That's how shocking the situation is, Usman. We've got someone that's so underqualified. He can't actually blag any wins. He can't blag any wins past 6 games. So, But let's get into what the other lads are thinking then. Griffith, Shaz, mate, what's your take on the game?
First half was a ball fest as per usual. Players were playing everywhere. I think Fred was playing an attacking midfield at one point. Ronaldo was on the left wing like it was 2008. Everyone was everywhere. Second half, much more disciplined, especially when Bruno and Rashford came on. And for that last 25 minutes, it wasn't the best football, but it was a significant improvement of what we've seen over the last few weeks. So in hindsight, obviously no one wants Carrick in the job, but I think Carrick had a job to do tonight to make sure we're in the Champions League for the next manager, and he's done that. So, job done for him. I don't think anybody played drastically terribly, like they did against Watford, Liverpool, or City.
Yeah, that's true.
Few standout performances, which we'll get into, but just not a swashbuckling performance, just a job done. No more Europa League football, and that's all we could ask for.
I don't want that. Mikayu saying on top of his other comment, you played Donny in the pivot. Wait, in the pivot with either Fred or McSauce. We can't call McTominay McSauce, man. He was okay. I don't think he was that bad tonight, but I don't think
I thought it was
that McSauce tonight. I don't think it was that, but I think for me, he made a lot. He kept it simple a lot of the time, so he didn't really give the ball away.
Average actually in the game tonight.
Go on, G Wolf. What's your take, man, on the whole game?
On the whole game, well, first half, as Griffo said, it definitely was a ball fest. But what I actually quite liked is when they didn't have the ball, it was the commentator was saying that it was supposed to have been a 4-4-2 without the ball. And then when they get the ball, they go into attacking 4-3-3, which I found quite interesting. I don't know if you saw the interchange with that.
I didn't really see it enough for that to be a plan that was like consistent. It seemed a little bit like they were freestyling a bit, but I did see
exactly. That's the thing. I did see
what Griffo was saying, where Ronaldo kept dropping to the left, and then Martial would try and go up front a little bit. I don't think we even had a shot in that first half on target, did we? I don't think we even.
Ronaldo had a header that didn't.
Oh yeah.
And then didn't Fred have a shot as well, but it went wide?
Okay, that's why I can't even remember that. That's
exactly.
Not even noticed.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a cross shot sort of thing, from the centre. It was just went wide, just nothing. And then the second half, we played a little bit better, and then mistake from the goalkeeper, and Ronaldo did the business like he normally does, scores us, gets us out of the hole, and then, wow, Jadon Sancho, what way to get your first goal.
Oh, that was a zinger. That was nice.
That was, say goodbye to Ollie, because if that's what Sancho can do, let loose and keep on doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it happened in moments though, with Sancho growing into the game, because I was making notes, and the first half, I stopped making notes after the first half, because like I said, it was pretty much like Ollie was still there, and Night Whisper is kind of echoing what I was feeling. First half was a sleeping bag.
Oh, it really was. I was falling asleep.
Yeah,
I think I had to stop the stream because I literally thought I need to lay down. I actually started to keep at half time. I gave up.
Do you know what I did at half time, husband? You know what? Because I get frustrated easy, yeah. And maybe I shouldn't reveal that now. People are gonna try and try and get at me. But it's draw me out. But I had to actually do a workout because I used to do boxing. I got a little punch bag that I made in my bedroom. I had to get a few hits on the punch bag. I'm like, when are we gonna get good football to watch? We deserve that as fans. We deserve. Because I was on Usman's channel. Props to Usman for having me on. Usman Talks United. Obviously, hit up the subs. We're gonna do the plugs later. but yeah, man. I mean, I was talking about how I'm a football fan, and I get frustrated that we keep having to see this dross. It's dross, man. This is what I mean. As well as being Man United's fans, being with that tribal element of support the team through thick and thin. We have to be given incentive to watch still, don't we? I mean, that's why we watch it. Entertainment. It's supposed to be football entertainment as well as getting wins. So I got a few hits on my punching bag, got the frustration out. And then, I mean, second half, we picked up a little bit. It was good to see Ronaldo get that goal. And Sancho doing a bit better. Bruno, what do you think of Bruno coming on? I mean, I think he did well to come on and actually create a few chances, man. There's a few through balls he put into Sancho. There were certain things he was doing that I did like. He was playmaking. I like the playmaking he was doing. Obviously, it was better than what happened at Watford because in that Watford game, guys. That was shocking. I mean, yeah. Villarreal, for me, overall, obviously, I'm still going to be positive on the result, but they're a team that were toothless, in my opinion. I don't know if you think so, guys. They for saying that they had 70% possession in the first half and they didn't really do much. I mean, De Gea a few saves.
I think that was down to our shape, though. I think for once in my life, for once this season, I can actually say we defended well as a unit. We kind of limited them to a lot of part shots. I know De Gea made 3 really good saves, don't get me wrong, but 2 of those shots came from outside the box. One, I mean, yeah, of course, it was a great save, but again, it was a bit fortunate how it fell to the player. It was a bit of a deflection, fell to the player. Again, I'm not making any excuses because obviously we needed De Gea in this game. Yeah. But a lot of their chances, they weren't manufactured as much as they have done in the past. And that is a credit to the way the boys set us up. Like, I mean, coming back to the sort of formation thing, like Cristiano Ronaldo mentioned earlier, over here, a duo. With changing formation, I did notice it. However, I'm somewhat laughing to myself when you said we changed to a 4-3-3 attack because we did not attack once in that first half.
Exactly.
I don't know what was.
But that's what they were saying, though, weren't it? On the commentary, they were saying that it's supposed to have been a like when they got the ball, it's supposed to turn into a attacking 4-3-3. But as you said, we haven't seen no attacking whatsoever in that first half.
Didn't have much of the ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, 30% possession for all that. I think overall that might have been 58% possession to Villarreal. I read about 42. Yeah, they wasted chances. At least Danjuma was kept out of the game. You know, he didn't look like any Neymar, like I was saying in that first game. But Wan-Bissaka, although Usman highlighted, he was a bit goofy on the ball today. Not a bit goofy, he was really goofy. But I don't think he really allowed Danjuma to like embarrass him or get past him too much.
I like that saying that you called him though last time.
Bargain basement Neymar, isn't it?
That's the one.
he's not there anymore, man. Now, Wan-Bissaka was better against him today. Molly Do with a fair comment here. I mean, it's your opinion on how you want to watch United. Sorry, Eddie, but our motivation to watch is the love of United, good or bad. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not supporting when it's bad. I'm just saying my preference. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of footy fans that do watch their team for good footy.
Yeah, you basically just said you don't enjoy watching the game, basically. You didn't say you don't watch the game or you still won't watch the game. It's just that you don't have that level of excitement to go and watch the game because you know it's going to be a dead game in terms of our performance. But just to come back to what you said, obviously, before Griffith comes in, regarding Bruno, I think Bruno and Rashford won us the game, to be honest. Obviously, I know Ronaldo gets the goal, courtesy of Fred pressing the ball high. But when Rashford and Bruno came on, the tempo completely changed. And it went from them having us on the back foot to us surprisingly having them on the back foot for the entirety of the last 25 minutes. They couldn't even get out. And that was a lot of that was down to the fact that, of course, Bruno firstly was dictating the play. But secondly, Rashford was stretching the play a lot with his runs in behind, and they were really struggling to pick him up. I mean, there's a couple of occasions he almost got in, one with a heavy touch, one when he was offside. But in general, them two won us the game if you really analyse the game properly. But that's a credit to utilising the bench, man. We don't see that enough under a certain other manager, and today we saw that. So happy days.
But the thing is, Ole has done that sometimes before because those subs coming on reminded me not completely of the Leipzig game where we won 5-0, but like a little bit where it's like, okay, wait to see if Man United could hold what they've got. Then you put on the extra legs to try and take advantage. And yeah, we saw because the commentators were saying it too. They couldn't deal with Rashford, his runs in behind. They couldn't deal with it. So I give Carrick a bit of props for that. But there's a comment in here, from Bart, which is reflecting the overall picture where he's saying this is a false dawn as Carrick ball will be ripped to shreds by the Blues. Griffo, do you think there's anything to take from this game? Yeah. Where we can go into that Chelsea game with confidence.
Unfortunately, we're in a territory at the moment where it's one game at a time. Until we have more sustainable coaches and a more sustainable manager, Pochettino, Zidane, probably not, but anyone like that, it's one game at a time. Tonight's objective was get through the group and give the new boss Champions League football. Mission successful. Sunday, look, it's a Stamford Bridge, isn't it? So the way Chelsea are playing, if we can nick a draw there under Carrick, then it would probably be a good result. I know some people might not like that, but given the context, so it really is one game at a time. I wouldn't say it's a false dawn necessarily because we knew what we wanted from the game and we got it.
Yeah.
And, Carrick's never going to be here for the next year or so, fingers crossed anyway. So
yeah, he's got 5 games left, literally.
Yeah, 5 games just so. Yeah, so we'll wait and see. I don't even know what's happening with the manager situation because, we could have a Carrick, we could have an interim, we could have Poch, we could have anyone by Sunday. So
it's a mess.
Absolute car crash. But I wouldn't call it a false dawn. No, I think that's a bit harsh.
Usman, what do you think, man? Going to the Chelsea game, Griffith's saying, probably a draw is a bonus at this point. The context is bad. Ali said he's left us in a good position, or overall where maybe someone could come in and actually win the league next season. I don't know if you guys saw the interview he was doing after. He said when he was at Mulder, there's 2 times when he was there, and then the next season they won the league. So I don't know if that could come into effect already, where maybe we get a Tuchel come in. Do we have our Tuchel for a Champions League, an unprecedented win?
Yeah, that would be absolutely glorious, wouldn't it? I just think Pochettino is the guy that's going to Man United. There's a lot of speculation that Valverde is also another name that's been touted in particular today, but a lot of that speculation is basically if Pochettino isn't going to come. Zidane, shout out to Rich, by the way, the homie. So Zidane to PSG and Poch to Man United just makes sense. Everyone's happy, so for me personally, he would be the manager. But in terms of in general, man, like against Chelsea, I'm not expecting nothing from that game. We've just held 4 against Watford. Do you know what I mean? I know it's the same coaching staff as well. It's not like we can say, it's a new manager, new plans. Of course, that new manager coming in would have to integrate their style, and they wouldn't have enough time to do that anyways. But the fact that we've got the same coaching staff, and today it further illustrates we're going to play a similar way to how we did under Oli. It's not going to be a pretty game, basically. I would take a draw. Yeah. I know as obviously Man United fans, we should never be expecting a draw, playing for a draw. But at the same time, we've got to be realistic. We've just been beaten 4-1 by Watford. we've been slapped by all the teams prior to that. And, we've got to understand where we are. The team, I'll take a draw. Does this game give us any confidence going to that game? The second half does, to an extent. But the first half was embarrassing.
So does that mean we have to rely on a mistake? Because that's where we capitalise,
I'm not saying we need to rely on a mistake. Don't get me wrong. But my only concern is if McFred play again, how are we going to get out? We couldn't get out against Villarreal. We couldn't get out against Watford. How are we going to get out one of the best drilled teams in the league that play a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 even so effectively? It's going to be very difficult. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But as long as we don't lose, I'll probably take it as it currently stands.
Okay. Before G-Wolf, I know you're going to come in with something. Give props to the Super Chat. Zayn Mayassi in here with $8.99. The man's got money. Always contributing to the platform. Big up to you. But I think people that were in the Pigger Watch Along know that Zayn Mayassi is now in arrears. He's now in debt. He's now in debt to Flying Pig because he made a bet saying we couldn't get through to the next round with Piggo. And it looks like we're going to get through now. I think it was £2,000. We're through. Zayn Mayassi bet $2,000 with Piggo that we couldn't get through. Yeah. Wow. I don't know how he's still putting money for super chats. I don't even know what the super sticker is. There may be a crying face. People tell me in the chat what the super sticker is. But yeah, I think Piggo is trying to be a little bit lenient, saying maybe just pay me half of it because Zayn already pays a lot to the platform. But I'd say, Zayn Mayassi, you made a big man bet, pay it up, or the bailiffs should come and get that money, mate.
I'm not surprised about the bet. I'm more surprised that Zayn actually knows what the Champions League is as an Arsenal fan.
Yes. I like that. I deserve the clap. I like that. Yeah, Zayn, take that, mate. Take that. They didn't even get Conference Europa League or whatever that competition is called.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that competition was made for Arsenal and they still didn't get in it. So,
are you going to do the whole show with this Ronaldo filter? What's going on?
No, I can change it.
No, you keep it up. Just
well, yeah, Avenger Mass, big up to you, Eddie Spitting Shoes. Thank you, mate. And I just try and say what I see. That's what we can do as fans. Say what we see. Yeah. So really, G Wolf, you're supposed to come in, man. I mean, are you taking any of these positives into that Chelsea game?
So as Osman said and Griffo, the second half you could to a degree, but apart from that, I'll play as Osman said, play Donny in with either Fred or McTominay, or why not put Matic there?
Yeah, he had a bad game against Watford though, but technically he is good. I mean, surely you can have a better game against Chelsea, but then if logic dictates what's going to happen, you might have a worse game. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what went on with him in that game. He kept giving the ball away against Watford. What we know is good. He's a good guy. So
I think he's our best CDM. Like actual lone CDM, I think he's the best one. Because I don't think McTominay is necessarily a CDM. I don't think Fred's necessarily a CDM. I think they're more box-to-box element. So I think Matic as an actual DM is probably our best one we've got, which says all about our situation. But there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Bart in the chat. Yeah. I mean, you're trolling. It's kind of legal, but you need to allow it a little bit. Can United win the Conference League?
He's been on my channel all day, Eddie, right?
Is it?
The entire watch, just spamming it. Make Liverpool are bigger than Bayern.
He's put that in here again.
For 45 minutes straight. That's all he's been spamming in my chat. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, man.
But I think the Glazers will surely wake up now because they don't want protests. They've surely got to wake up and get us this manager that's going to get us obviously top four. That's their remit. And then, there's going to be fan pressure on the fact that we need to challenge now for leagues. So I did want to ask about, if Poch is actually going to come in. First of all, big up to Rudy Can't Game, one of the channel members getting in here. Hey, G Wolf and Eddie. Say hi to Usman and Griffo there too, mate.
Hello, Rudy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Poch then, let's talk about it then. Yeah, already. Poch, it's rumored. I think it's still a rumor. I don't know if it's properly true, but people are reporting that 10 million brings him here now, isn't it? That's the buyout clause for his contract. I don't see Poch coming in when he's 10 points ahead in that league. I've seen. I don't know if you guys know Parisian Londoner. He's a YouTuber that's been on some Man United channels. He's been saying that Poch over there, he's been actually almost doing what Ole does, except that he's getting results. He's actually saying that Poch has been scraping results over there. The style of play has not been influenced enough over there. But for me, I'm thinking he's a bit of a spoiled fan. I mean, if you're 10 points ahead in the league, surely you're not going to be complaining that much, but he was. So I don't know what you guys think. I mean, do you think Poch is actually a real option for coming in now or maybe end of the season? Anyone that wants to go on that?
If he does come, he will come now. And the reason why I would say that is because his family is already in London and he wants to be closer to his family, wouldn't he? That's the only reason why I would
Paris
say
closer to London than Manchester.
Yeah, I think it's the same distance actually.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same.
It's pretty
much
the same.
I don't know.
Wow, you did your geography there. I didn't know that.
There you go.
Don't worry, me and Griffo geography. That's what we're about.
Wow. I did geography GCSE. I got I got a C. But
well, clearly you didn't, because you didn't know.
But that was like ages ago, innit? I've forgotten everything from school, man. So yeah. I mean, Usman, what do you think then? With
let G-Wolf say his thing. He was about land.
Okay, go on.
Yes, as I said, you're right there because of because their family is already in England. That's the reason why he would want to come here now. And then, in the January, and then if he does come here now, then he's got the January transfer window to change it up as well, to get rid of the players and all that lot that he doesn't want at the club. And then the whole of, and then he can start the rebuild in the summer. So he'll get rid of some players in January, and then the rest of them in the summer. That's the reason why I think that he would want to come now. So then he can assess the situation.
Do you think a rebuild's what we need?
Kante's gone injured, lads.
Huh?
Kante's got injured, apparently.
Kante?
Yeah, Kante.
Oh, we're not talking about Chelsea players, man.
I'm just saying because they're playing them next, obviously.
Exactly.
But, yeah,
so that sounds good to me.
Griffo had the point, though, saying about the rebuild. You're saying, do we need a rebuild, right?
Yeah, because what Poch did at both Southampton and Tottenham was build a team from limited resources. What Ollie did was build a team with limited and then with a lot of resources. And I think if Poch comes in, he's not going to tear this team up and bring in a whole new team, because we've got winners in this team. Even though their attitude is often questionable, I think right manager, get the attitude right. I don't think we need a rebuild. Maybe you need a defensive midfielder.
Don't you think they'll get rid of the deadwood?
Oh yeah, get rid of the deadwood. Maybe get rid of the likes of Mata and other players. But I can see the likes of Lindelof staying as a backup. I can see the likes of Fred and McTominay even staying as backup. So,
but do you think anything happens? Do you think anything happens in January? Like if Poch comes in, would they? Yeah, I don't think you would be given any authorization.
You don't think that we'll get a CDM that we've been craving for?
I think the Glazers will stay on the fact that they've backed the team by getting in those signings we've seen already, like Sancho, Ronaldo, and all of them guys. I think they would say to Poch, make do with what you got. I mean, we saw what they did with Sir Alex Ferguson, where literally he wasn't getting backed enough, especially after Ronaldo left. The way he was getting people like Valencia and I don't know who was it, Michael Owen. It was just like I don't think that they're going to back him like now because they're spent already. That maybe in the summer. That's why I see Poch maybe coming in the summer. I don't see him coming now.
January is a hard window to buy as well.
January is very difficult. I mean, for me personally, Poch is in Manchester tomorrow, so Poch is in Manchester tomorrow. Obviously, they got Man City in the PSG. Champions League. So just get the deal done tomorrow. I mean, look, at the end of the day, is Poch going to come mid-season? I personally don't see why he would. However, there's a lot of credible journalists saying that he's wanting to come mid-season and Zidane is wanting to take the PSG job. I mean, Zidane going to PSG makes sense. And Poch going to us makes sense as well. Poch has always wanted a Man United job. To come back to the Parisian lads, obviously, that commented, I think I watched one of the shows he's with Statman Dave, I believe. Not Statman Dave, Statman Baines, what the hell? Statman Baines. But yeah, so on that show, he was kind of going in on the football, etc. Listen, Pochettino's football at Spurs was very different because he had the players to help him. You got the Sons, the Kanes, Lucas Moura. They're all going to press high up the pitch. I mean, he can't do that with PSG. He's got Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. They're not going to press the starters. He used to play a high-octane football at Spurs, and he's not been able to implement that at PSG. So I just don't think it's a fair comparison. That Tuchel didn't look like a brilliant manager at PSG either. Other managers that have been at PSG prior haven't looked fantastic. They're just they're difficult team to manage, basically. I mean, at the moment, the standards are ridiculous. Like you said, 10 points clear, but they're constantly moaning about everything. Unless you're perfection week in, week out, it's very difficult. He could win 2-0 and still be under pressure. That team, that's how crazy it is because they don't play a certain style of football. But yeah, for me personally, I think Pochettino will come ASAP if we actually go and trigger his clause and obviously speak to him because he's ready. He's ready to come. Like I said, Fabrizio Romano's tweeted everyone that Samuel Lockhurst has done a full report on it, not even a tweet. He's done a full report on it. So there's definitely truth in the speculation.
I just don't see him leaving the league when he's 10 points ahead. I would think he would want that trophy. in his bag, because like remember last season, was it Lille that won it, didn't they? I would think he would want to right that wrong and stay there. I mean, obviously, I'd like him to come in. I wanted him back when Ole was under pressure, and we saw Poch with the luscious long hair on Sky Sports talking about, yes, I'm ready to manage again, and we didn't get him there because Ole went on a massive run and stayed in the job. But I just don't think he forfeits that league. I think he stays there. I wanted to highlight a comment here, which for me is an interesting one. Molly, nice one for getting in here. Of course, if you think about it, that result wouldn't have happened under Ole. Our players threw him under the bus. Thoughts on that?
Facts.
You think that's facts, though?
Absolutely facts.
For me, I don't think it's an attitude problem there overall. Obviously, there's we've got prima donnas. There's some guys who don't put the effort in this, but I just think overall, because I just look at the whole tenure where last season, obviously we saw the way that the players ran into the ground for Ole, man. I mean, coming back from 10 deficits, we even did it against Atlanta this season. I think there's some other comebacks. I just think they were just tired in terms of running, because we've got like the lowest running stats this season. I don't think that's down to putting down the tools. I think because we've seen that we don't pass properly. We didn't pass properly again today. It's like a recurring thing. I just don't think there was enough guidance for people to do anything on the Ole. I mean, because people were saying, oh, if Man United play well today, if they react today, maybe they've, that would be proof that they're down the tools. But I don't think they played well today. We capitalized off the mistake. We've said it, isn't it? So I disagree with that, Usman. I don't think.
The reason I agree that the players threw Ole into the bus. Well, throwing Ole into the bus is a bit harsh, but the reason I agree with it and feel like his facts is because a lot of the players mentally were checked out on Ole. And I'm not saying that the performance was outstanding, because their performances can't be outstanding because some of them are just not good enough to wear the shirt. So mentally they're just checked out. Like the amount of times that at the top level it's fine margins, and even if you're 5 or 10% below 100% mentally, you don't believe in what the manager's telling you, then you I mean, inadvertently they threw him under the bus. Look at the way we defended today and how organised we were, how disciplined we were. A lot of that is down to Carrick and Cole for setting us up that way. But at the same time, that discipline hasn't been there on Ole. Why has it not been there? Like, I just don't think it's as easy as them to say, oh, let's be disciplined today. I'm pretty sure Ole's tried to get us to be disciplined many a times. And the players, for whatever reason, the concentration levels aren't there. Maybe that's down to the coaching. Maybe that's down to the didn't believe in Ole anymore. I suppose we'll never know. But yeah, for me personally, I just felt like the players wanted a bit more today. I know we were shocking, don't get me wrong, but even then we just seemed a lot more organised in general. It's only been 2 days, so like you can't really organise them to that extent to actually keep a clean sheet and not get ripped over at every given moment like we did against Watford and Villarreal in the previous game. So I feel like there is a bit of truth in there.
Yeah, I just think Villarreal were toothless today, and De Gea saved us. I think they on another day, I think they score. But I want to hear the other lads' opinions before we get into what you guys are thinking. Though, shout outs to everyone getting in. Please keep hitting the like. Marty McFly's in here, Tyron Pillay, Molly Do, Rupert Meadow, Avenger Mass. We're going to get into some of your comments later on. We'll maybe have like a questions and answers kind of thing. We've been doing it already, but maybe we'll reserve a little bit at the end where we just answer questions and that's it. But yeah, Drew Wolf and Griffin, what are you thinking to the downing tools thing? Do you think there's any kind of substance to that where the players might down tools on the Ole?
Against Man City, literally absolutely toothless in that game. I think that's where the Liverpool game was when they down tools. When they proper threw Ole under the bus. I think it all started at Liverpool. Losing the 5-0 and then going to at home, and then Man City losing 2-0, only having, 27% of possession?
Yeah, something like that. It was embarrassing.
There you go.
Pep put the ball in the fridge, man. It was terrible.
Listen, Eddie, sorry to interrupt you. I need to go actually because I just realized it's 40 minutes into the show. I need to say thank you, man. Thank you to the Monday and all that good stuff. Make sure you slap a like on the video, like And he said at the start, man, 50K pending, people.
Yeah, man.
To subscribe to
It's
the channel,
coming.
man.
Big
Yeah,
part.
before you go, plug yourself, man. Where can people find you?
I need to bounce, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, man. Props to you, man. Catch you later, mate. Well, yeah, you can find Usman Talks United on YouTube. Go over to him, give him a sub after the game. Yeah, guys. I'm just trying to regain what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's really down on the tools, isn't it?
Yeah.
Driffo, were you? I don't know if you've had your point.
I'm just going to echo what Usman said, actually, because I think he hit the nail on the head. I think they didn't deliberately down tools, but I think a bit like the fans, they got to a point where they didn't quite think Ollie was the right man, so they sort of subconsciously didn't go in for that extra tackle, didn't give that extra yard of pace. And I think that's what ultimately cost Ollie. So, in a sense, it was sort of a throwing under the bus. In a sense, it just naturally occurred, unfortunately. And now they've got a new manager in. It's not like new manager bounce, I don't think. But, you know, it's very hard to gauge what actually is happening with the players at the club. But I did think in terms of Ollie, they kind of just subconsciously down tools without even necessarily realising they down tools.
That's it.
If that makes sense.
Fair enough. Bounce Central. I just want to just make it clear. I mean, we've been on here for these reaction shows and some of the previews. So yeah, he's saying yo, where's the hog? So I assume he's talking about where's Pigo. Yeah, he likes to have this kind of show where the fans come on and we have a little bit of a reaction. He likes to have extra opinions on a separate show. So yeah, just give us a chance, man, and like and subscribe, mate.
Who's left to space?
Yeah,
so vacancy.
Holler at the hog, and you may be able to get on a fan show, mate. So yeah, keep tuned in, and let's choose some more fat. So yeah, I mean, I just want to come back on what you guys are saying. I mean, I've already said my piece as well, but another thing is that we see team issues with the fact that we couldn't press. We didn't know how to do a team press in those derbies. G-Wolf, you were saying 5-0 is maybe a sign of throwing Ole under the bus. But it's like if we don't know how to do team things, that does reflect the coaching issue. Okay, I don't think, because people were trying to press, they just did it wrong. So that shows to me they were trying. Like they were just wrong at doing it.
5 attacking players attacking, and then 5 defenders defending, and then there's no one in the middle. So literally, Liverpool just kept on bypassing our midfield. So at the end of the day, they just went all gung ho, and they just picked us off right, left, and centre. And then against Man City, well, they didn't even do anything. Didn't even bother pressing. Didn't even bother tackling. Just literally, they were just there, spaced out. Didn't do nothing.
You know what, Jewel? For me, that game showed the fact that even if you're supposed to get up for derbies, it's supposed to be fiery. Yeah,
exactly. That's a game that you should be.
Yeah, it should be, but I think even if we did a lot more running anyway, we wouldn't have done anything, because Ole set the team up 5-3-2. We can't forget it. We set up to be underdogs in the derby, which Man City over the years haven't even done that. Even when they didn't have this oil money and all that, they didn't come to Old Trafford and say we're gonna have 5 at the back. They still try and came to win. Remember when they used to get little wins over us with Benjani, Murari Wari? I used to hate that. They didn't sit back, man.
Chop.
They tried. So that's for me. So for me, Ole was at fault for quite, to do those underdog tactics. We couldn't get out of our own half properly because we had 5 at the back. We didn't know how to press. Pep said he put the ball in the fridge because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to treat it like a training session. If we actually
think about it, when we lost,
I was just going to say, if we could anticipate their passes, which is a coaching thing, we could have done better. We're not set up like that. We're set up for counter-attack, where you don't really have the passing phases and all of that kind of thing.
I think if you go back here, the last 2 games that we faced City, we beat them comfortably. So why didn't Ollie just go back to that tactic of when we beat them comfortably? He should have just gone back to that. He didn't. He changed it up again.
There's no Dan James. I think this is what ultimately.
James. We got a better one. We got Sancho.
No pace on the counter attack. We know Sancho likes build-up play. That's the thing. I think Ole got caught in between two worlds of counter attack, trying to lead that onto possession play, and then he couldn't quite coach the possession play because we saw the likes of Van der Beek was kept on the bench, still playing McFred. It was kind of like a grey area where it seemed like he didn't know what he really wanted. Because why didn't we do that kind of 4-2-3-1, which is beaten Pep?
Yeah,
I mean, so we've debated that quite a bit. I'm still going to stay on the idea that we didn't down tools, but yeah, people are entitled.
I think we did a bit, as Griffo said, subconsciously.
Yeah,
we did. But it is what it is. He's now gone. Past is new. Got our first victory today, and see where it leads.
Yeah.
From here on out, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I like what Mr. Miyagi is saying here. This is the ideal, though. Mr. Miyagi, thanks for getting in here. We shouldn't be a counter-attacking team. We are and always have been a high-pressure attacking team. See that is the United DNA, really. If you look at it, or for me, I think it's Sir Alex's DNA, because that's the way he implemented. That's the way he implemented tactics for us to have dynamic wing play. Sometimes we'd counter-attack. That would be an asset that we would have. We wouldn't be on the fundamental thing of just counter-attack, which that was the best football we played under Ollie. So that's, I mean, the Glazers have got to get it right, or, there's got to be a lot more protesting, because they're just going to maybe try another pragmatic manager. I mean, Poch comes in, that would be good. I don't think he's pragmatic. He tries to attack. Yeah. But I don't trust the Glazers, man. I do not trust them. We're gonna get into some more things right now, but people in the chat still in here. Thanks for hitting the like. I mean, it ultimately helps the platform for the Flying Pig. Keep hitting the like and subscribe if you are new. Let's do some player ratings then before we possibly end with like some more questions from the chat. People, be patient in the chat. Get in your ratings for the players as well. Let's start on De Gea. G-Wolf, you start, man, and then we'll go around to Rico, then me. Yeah, go on.
8. He did a couple of good saves. He did one worldie save as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the second half. So
is that at least 2 that I saw that were really good that kept us in the game. Yeah.
So brilliant. Like, he's literally revitalized, because you think last season we were saying how dog shit he was and all that. Now this season he's our savior again.
Yeah, man.
This is the same. I don't know if Roy Keane, I haven't heard him recently saying I wouldn't even let him on the coach. And Harry Maguire.
Wouldn't let him on the coach, eh?
And I bet you now he would give him a free champagne and all that lot, and his own room on the coach.
In all fairness about De Gea, I think it was it's hard to say, but I think it might have been a mentality issue, because he had that terrible performance in the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
Where he didn't move for one penalty and missed his own, which is a keeper he doesn't really expect to score. And then going to the Euros and not even playing a minute for Spain, I think that might have given him a little reality check and said, look, you're not maybe where you think you are. And I mean, since then, he's saved every penalty he's faced, which is bizarre.
He saved 2 against Saar. That was amazing against Watford.
Exactly. And saved the one against West Ham as well. And I mean, he's making worldie saves basically every game. So
what's your rating for him today?
I'm going to go the same as G-Wolf and 8. I think a couple of those saves you would expect a keeper of Manchester United to save. The one in the second half was a brilliant reactional save.
You mean the one that I think it was a shot through the defender's legs, which unsighted him. He still managed to get a hand to it. That was
exactly. Great. So yeah, 8. Definitely.
People in the chat, they're on it. They're loving the Gea. Tyrone Pillay saying 9. Batman Night fan 9. Avenger Mask 8.5. Man, round it up, man. That's a 9. Come on, Avenger Mask, give it to him.
No decimals are.
Yeah, there will be no decimals today.
We've done it before, though. I might have some decimals there, but still, I might be contradicting myself there. But Mr. Miyagi, 10. Didn't put a foot wrong. He was pretty good today. I mean, you guys have said we've pretty much said what the hair has done. I give him. You know what? I put a 7 in my thing, but you know what? I'm kind of like that guy. Well, I'm like, you know what? I want to be a bit more positive when I see other people being positive. He didn't really do anything wrong, So clean sheet as well. I forgot about that. I give him a 9.
Feels. Yeah.
I give him a 9. Yeah. Man of the match. And then I'll start.
You're going with the fan vote.
I'm going with it because, like, we've talked about the clean sheet and then we've talked about what he was doing. So I round it up to a 9. Wan-Bissaka, not great today. Not great today. I give him a 5. He didn't let Danjuma get past him too much, but just going forward, it was really bad. It's just like basic things you couldn't do. So I give him a 5. Griffo, what are you saying for Wan-Bissaka?
I disagree with you a lot. Actually, I thought, okay, going forward, Wan-Bissaka is very limited, and in an age where Trent, Reece James, and João Cancelo are all doing it for Liverpool, Chelsea, and City respectively, he's disappointing us on that side of the game. But my mind goes back to the last game we had against Villarreal, where Danjuma ripped the whole defence a complete new one. Dalot, probably the worst game he's ever played. And I think Danjuma probably could have done the same if Dalot played today. So I'm not going over the fact that Wan-Bissaka stopped that today. There was a few times where Villarreal tried to get a few balls in and he got a few good blocks in. So I'm going to go over 7. I thought he was good today. Okay.
There's one outstanding comment from the De Gea thing we were talking about. Tyrone Pillay. I don't want to ignore what he's saying because I think it is relevant. How can you expect those saves against Villarreal and not Watford? I mean, De Gea, there was some of those goals that you let in where I remember, I think it was the first goal where he kind of looked like a child in the line when the guy tapped it in. You see, when he went through the ball with his right foot and the ball went under his foot. Yeah, that was bad. And then there was some near post goals he let in as well. I don't know. Maybe he's due some bad. I mean, he's human at the end of the day, guys. I mean, Tyrone, I think it was just a bad day, man. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's getting that. Maybe down tools in that game. Maybe that backs up the Ole thing. But I think he's a professional guy. I think it's just a bad game. What do you?
It's like that it was 2-0, wasn't it, in the first half, and then they got the other 2 goals right deep into injury time, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then that's when we sort of gave up, when we knew that we weren't going to win it. We thought, just cruise to a 2-1.
Yeah, so I think the confidence was down, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll stay
anyway,
on.
I'm going with Griffo. I'm going with 7. He was.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Good stuff.
7 for Wan-Bissaka, yeah?
Yeah, for Wan-Bissaka. He was pretty good. Not great, but still a performance of his quality, I would say.
Okay.
That's the thing with Wan-Bissaka. I did a article on the website about Wan-Bissaka, and I titled it "Defender Out of His Time," because I actually think 5-10 years ago Wan-Bissaka would be probably one of the best right backs in the world.
Yeah.
But now there's a bigger demand on attacking, which Wan-Bissaka lacks. Yeah. That's why he's lagging behind Trent and Reece James and Cancelo and even other right backs. So I think, unfortunately, I'm a big fan, but I think maybe he's just a victim of being where he is now instead of where he was 10 years ago, unfortunately.
I just think he needs the system around him. He needs to know where players are going to be. There needs to be a repetition of certain players being in a position where he can pass to, and that's like repeated, because that's what systematic play is. So I think we're under a coach that's going to organize the team. We'll see better as well. Batman Night fan saying 7.5. Oh, no, he's rounded that down to 7. Okay.
Well, maybe that's why Sancho had such a good game as well, because Wan-Bissaka was sort of there. I can't really remember too many times that he played it to Sancho, but the fact that Sancho maybe didn't have to worry about tracking back as much. I don't know. Maybe there's an element on that. I don't know.
Okay. Tyrone Pillay hardly saw Bissaka 4. It's not good. But Mr. Miyagi has put up an interesting one here. If you could do 2 ratings for both sides of his game, defending 9, forward 3. You know what? Yeah, I think I would agree with that. Maybe defending 8. I mean, there were some times that the forward against them did to get some crosses in, but that's going to happen. But yeah, if you were to average that, then that would be what, a
6.5.
I think that's a 6, isn't it? 6 is directly in the middle of that, isn't it? Or 6.5. But yeah, around a 6. So yeah, that's what it seems to be with Wan-Bissaka. Awesome defending, but yeah, going forward, not too good. Avenger Mass 7.2. Okay, interesting. Gandit's in the house. Big up to you. He always gets in, man. He was on some real banter the last time. Yeah, on the last stream, we put on some banterful jokes. I wonder where Big God Bob is. He was on the jokes as well last time. So Lindelof. I think he was a 6 for me. He was average. I don't think he put too much of a foot wrong, but I don't think he was that great. Well, 59 likes. Yes, guys, keep hitting the like and keep getting your ratings in the comments, and we'll discuss it. G-Wolf, what do you think about Lindelof?
I'm going to go for 7. I thought he was one of the better centre backs today. Literally, he got his body put his body on the line for a change. He didn't flop around. He didn't do his IKEA flat pack like he did against Watford. So, he had a much better performance today and swept up quite nicely, I thought.
Okay. Some gaming, you're a bit late to the De Gea rating, but I'll read it out anyway. I don't like De Gea, but I need to give him. Why don't you like De Gea? What? He's been Superman this season. I'll give him a 9.5 for this game. Yeah, man. See, he's on my level.
Superman for since Fergie. Well, a few seasons he's been. Probably been our best player since Fergie.
I don't know how many player of the seasons he's had. He's had like too many. Man, we've relied on him a lot. So.
Didn't he have 4 in a row?
Something like that. So I don't know why Sam Gaiman doesn't like him. Sam, why don't you like him? That's weird. You have to put that in the chat, mate. But people are saying 8 for Batman, saying 8 for Lindelof. Okay, fair. Mr. Miyagi, yeah, I agree. He did a couple of tackles. I'd say 6. Yeah. Tyrone Pillay 7. Yeah, 8.4 for Avenger Mass. Yeah, it's a bit up and down, you know. Yeah, I think he was okay overall. He was okay. And we all said our Lindelof ones.
No, I'm going to agree with G-Wolf. I'm going to go with the 7. I thought we first clean sheet in God knows how many games since Spurs, but we haven't kept many this season. So I think didn't put a foot wrong today. I thought it was very solid at the back. Did what was asked of him. So 7.
Okay. SS16, thanks for getting in here. 7 or 7.5. Okay, yeah, people rated him high. Okay, I think he's due a good performance, man. Okay, fair enough to him. Do you want to start us on Maguire, G-Wolf?
You wanted me to start on Maguire?
It's your guy.
This is definitely my guy, but
he's trying to redeem himself today.
I don't know what's been wrong with him over the last few games. He is not himself whatsoever. It's like Lindelof and Maguire have swapped roles over the last few games. And to say the truth, even today, he did a couple of mistakes, which is not what you want from your captain whatsoever. And with that, I'm going to go with 6. He had a bang average game. And as much as I love Maguire, I do like Maguire. I think he can, he's the one who got us into the game last time when we came from behind against Villarreal. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Or was it Atlanta when we won 3-2?
When you scored, you mean?
Yeah, when he scored.
That was Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
Atalanta. People always say like Atlanta.
Atlanta's in America. I always it's nightmare.
Well, people are saying Batman is saying 7.5. Avenger Mass Slagwire. Okay, yeah, that's Slabby Maguire. Slagwire 6.5. Okay.
But yeah, 6. Nah, but he was bang average today, I thought.
Okay.
Especially as he's supposed to be your captain, and he's
supposed to be our captain.
Exactly.
And come on, I mean, okay today, but I don't know. I mean, it's like it's pressure on Carrick to actually make that decision to say he should be changed off the captaincy. But as a caretaker manager, I don't know if you can do that. But I just don't think after the Watford game, for me, the way he threw the band on the ground, that just showed to me he kind of. For me, I like to read what people do on the eye test. It just shows that he's kind of petulant, man. I don't think he wants to be captain the way he threw it to the ground. Did you
think he threw that to the ground? I thought he threw that to De Gea. He threw it in that direction.
Yeah, he didn't. You should give it to him, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Though, I mean,
but when
maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I've heard other people say it too, and that's what I thought at the time. I thought it was petulant. I didn't like it, man. And we've seen he's not a good game.
I think it's just a fling over there. He got sent off. He did a bad foul. He knew what he did was wrong, and
he's been off form for ages, though. G-Wolf has been off form for ages.
No, yes.
It's been bad. K Slater, thanks for getting in here. A bit late with the Wan-Bissaka stuff, but we'll read it anyway. Ole and Carrick are as coaches with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Get back to me when Aaron Wan-Bissaka has someone coach him to be better offensively. He can be better. I do agree with that.
Yeah,
I do agree. I think we did discuss. I did say that anyway earlier. Definitely better coaching system, and that will help him pass a bit better.
Can I just inject a little bit more positivity in?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Because we've through in the group, but the order in which we go through is also important. Young Boys are currently winning 3-2, which I believe if that stays like that, we top the group with the game to go. Okay. So obviously you want to top the group instead of go second. So that's added positivity for the evening.
That's good. I like that because, like you were saying, Griffo, we need to set it up nice for this manager to come in and keep going with Champions League football. We need it, man. Like I've said before, I'm a football fan, and I want to see Champions League football. I want to see us tested against the best, and hopefully that brings out the best out of our lads. So where are we with Maguire? Did you say your Maguire one, Griffith? I don't know if you said
no, but I'm in agreement with you. 6, just very lethargic and slow defender. Not just pace-wise, just when he gets the ball. You want it to go quickly, and often there's a heavy touch and then he gets the red cards. Yeah, dawdles is a great word to put, actually, because there was one point in the game he got the ball, had about 2 seconds to pass it to about 3 players, turned around, won a free kick, but I thought slowed the game down. There's a great player in there, which we've seen for United in parts and for England. Yeah. So it's just finding that. Maybe the game break against Chelsea where he's got the red card might do him some good. Who knows?
Yeah, I just think taking the armband off him, we'll see less pressure on him, and he will because like you guys are saying, dawdling on the ball. It's like he's trying to do too much to prove that he should be the captain or should be the best. I think, the pressure needs to be taken off him, and I think we'll see the best of him. Maguire, I'll go. I did say 5 or 6, so I'm going for my first decimal. Come at me if you want. 5.5, I think. I don't think I didn't see too many tackles.
We go down to 5 then.
I didn't see too many tackles, man. But I didn't see him do too much wrong. But yeah, so I just go average 5.5. So yeah, yeah. So Tellez for me, Tellez. He looked rusty. He looked rusty today. I give him a 5. There's quite a few times in that first half where I kept seeing them get the ball and it was just passing it away, or and then at the same time he was being set up for getting tackled too. Because what we do at the back, it seems like we pass the ball slow, and then when we get it, so the centre backs pass it slow between them and the defensive midfielders, and then when we get it to the fullbacks, they're already closed down. I kept seeing that in the first half, so he didn't really look that good. Yeah, I give him a 5. G Wolf, what you saying, man?
I'll go 6. He did do a couple of good passes, but apart from that, he was taking free kicks as well for us, wasn't he? I think in the first half he had a free kick.
Ronaldo had one as well that he just pummeled into the wall like usual.
I thought he was going to score that. That was disappointing. Yeah.
But just bang average, really, same as Maguire, 6.
Okay, Batman 9th agrees with you there. Before we get to Griffo Chaz, 6 for Tellez. Mr. Miyagi, what are you saying? I lost your comment. Tellez was poor, give the ball away too many times. 4 for me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little bit more kind to him with the 5, but yeah, he kept giving the ball away. I didn't like it. Tyron Pillay, 6.5. Okay, a bit generous there. Okay. Griffo, what are you saying?
Well, it's just gone 3-3 in the Young Boys Atlanta game, by the way.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, I think that still means we're going to top the group. So
okay,
it's just good. If Atalanta win, we don't. In terms of Tellez, I'm in agreement with Eddie here. I think it's just not what you expect from him. I expected more involvement attacking wise, so I'm going to go 5. It's hard for him because Shaw up until this season has been great and it's been hard for him to get in. But I think this season's a perfect opportunity to get more game time under his belt. And more game time, I think he'll get better. So, but today, as a standalone, I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
Fair dudes.
All right. Gerald, can you behave yourself in the chat, please? Okay. No insults, please. Mods, please warn Gerald. Next time you will get timed out, mate. Yeah, no insults, please. So we're done. We're done Tellez, isn't it? Yeah. So McTominay, for me, McTominay today, I don't think he was that bad. Even though I think Usman earlier when he was on was saying he was bad. For me, because he kept it simple, he didn't look that bad. He kept it simple. He seemed to play that number 6 role a bit more, where Fred got forward a bit more, passing the ball around a bit. Did do a little bit of ball carrying. He carried the ball a bit. So I give him a 6, man. I usually don't like McTominay, but I'm not going to have an agenda. He had a little average game. I think it was right. Jewel, what you saying?
For McTominay?
Yeah.
He lost the ball a couple of times, didn't he? And gave it, missed passing and all that lot. So, yeah, 5, I would.
Okay.
I thought he wasn't one of his greatest games.
People are liking
the only thing is,
McTominay.
That's a few. 7. What?
7 from Taron. Batman saying 6.
Dudes.
Yeah, Batman agrees with me. A little bit of average game.
People getting too high on the Carrick stuff, They'll be singing Carrick of the Wheel like you were.
Yeah, man. I mean, imagine if we beat Chelsea. If we beat Chelsea, there will be Carricks at the wheel that will be sung for quite a bit if we beat Chelsea, the league leaders.
I would definitely not be one of them.
5.9.
If we beat Chelsea, fair dues. Obviously, we're having a resurgence, but it doesn't mean that Carrick should be at the wheel.
Carrick can go on a winning run until January, and that was still going to give him the job. Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate for him. But...
What you saying?
We don't want to do what we did with Ollie, though, because Ollie, we did that, didn't we?
We can't do it anyway. He's got 5 more games left. So hey, Flying Pig's in the house. Before we go to Griffo, Flying Pig, the Don is in here. McTominay 6. He agrees with me as well. You know, average game. That didn't see him do too much bad from what I saw. He didn't put too many feet wrong. I don't think, man. He was all right. But Griffo, what are you saying for McTominay?
I think it's probably the most difficult one, actually. I'll probably give him an average sort of 6 rating for me. I think didn't do anything too outstanding, didn't put too many feet wrong. Kind of just his usual self. And I think that warrants a 6. So,
wow. But by the way, yeah, Griffo, yeah, there's some comments are coming in here over what Chelsea are doing. 4-0.
I'm just blocking that out. I'm just let's celebrate tonight and then just wake up and think about Chelsea.
We need them to be on some kind of low confidence, man. They're beating Juventus 4-0. They're beating.
Yeah, what you're forgetting is Juventus have Allegri, who.
Yeah, he's won championships with them, right?
Yeah, but we've got Michael Carrick at the wheel. So.
I'm not happy, man. I'm not happy. Okay, but yeah, I didn't want to think about that now. I wanted to just like enjoy that we've got a win. You know, we've got a win.
Mods, if anyone says the word Chelsea, ban.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe just a little timeout at least, isn't it? A little timeout. You know, just need to be like in Man United mode right now.
Although it has finished 3-3, so we have officially topped the Champions League group. So
hey. Carrick's at the wheel. No, okay, that's good. That's good. So we'll be topping the group then, yeah, you said, Griffo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because we're on 10, Villarreal on 7, but I think it goes down to head-to-head over goal difference. And of course, we've beaten Villarreal both times, so we'll have the edge on head-to-head.
Okay. Where are we at with the ratings now? I think we've got to do Fred now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't like Fred today. Even though people were saying in the better second half. I think Usman said it already today. I didn't. For that first half, for me today, I just didn't. That spoiled Fred for me in the first half. Second half, I don't know. I didn't see what people were saying, but you know, I just give him a 5. I didn't really like him today. Yeah. So, okay. I put a 5/6, but yeah, 5.5 then. G, what you're saying for Fred?
Yeah, first half. As I say, the first half, the whole of the team was a ball fest, but it perked up in the second half. So, if I'm going by the second half, then I'll give Fred a 7 because of his attacking was a lot better, and his passing was pure attacking. Whereas, McTominay, he was doing sideward passes all the time, or backward passes. So that's the reason why I gave him the 5 on that. But with Fred, he was always trying to get the ball forward. So, yeah, 7 for me.
And Griffo?
7 as well. First half was poor, but I think you're calling a mistake for the first goal that Villarreal tried to play out from the back, and technically it was, but I think it was a forced error because Fred was the one that really pressed that defender that really gave the ball to, and I think if he didn't do that, then Ronaldo wouldn't have won the ball to chip the keeper. So I think Fred played a massive part in the first goal. I think he played a massive part in the second goal as well. So I think in that, I think second half outrules the first. So I'm going to go 7 today. Very impressive for me.
So you could give him the assist then for that Ronaldo goal where he made the tackle.
Could do.
Yeah, I don't think it technically will go down as an assist, but I think we could easily give it.
I might have to raise my Fred rating then, because sometimes I go by FIFA settings. We get an assist, you get a whole point. You know what? Because we won today, Fred. You're going up to a 6.5, mate.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a
nice
7 at least.
That's a 7, yeah.
Flying Pigs in 7 as well. It was like on Fred it must be for the second half. Okay. Avenger Mass saying 7.7. See, Avenger Mass is doing FIFA ratings because that's what you get. You get stuff like that on FIFA, innit? 7.7. what are other people saying? People keep getting in your ratings. Gongshi, good to see you in here.
He says 6.9.
Gongshi, one of the great mods and members, 6.9. Frederick. Okay, yeah. Fred, good second half. And then Donny for me. I didn't really like Donny today. We were discussing it earlier. Couldn't get in the game because McFred couldn't get the ball to him. He suffered from that. So, yeah, 5 for me. Griffo, what are you saying for Donny, mate?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a steady 6. I don't think he did too much to really change the game. I think it's probably because of where he was playing, that sort of a more attacking role where I'm not a fan of him there. I want him more in sort of that pivot where McFred usually are. And that will obviously keep Bruno on the pitch. But I'm going to go just a steady 6 today. Nothing too bad, nothing too good.
Okay, Chris, MUFC, thanks for getting in here. I'm newish. Who are the 3 guys? I don't know why our names are not at the bottom. I've got to sort that out for the next stream. But yeah, I'm your host, Eddie O2. Good to meet you, mate. We've got on the top right, that's G Wolf of G Wolf Gaming.
Yeah. Hello, guys.
Yeah, and of course the legendary not G Wolf, sorry. Legend. Okay, that was the legendary G Wolf. This is the legendary Griffo Chaz. He does work for the website. So yeah, that's us. Anyway, let's get back to the ratings. So we said Donny. Did you say your Donny one, G Wolf?
No, I was going to say the same as Griffo, steady 6 because of the position that he played in today. I like him coming back into that pivot as well. So, yeah.
I think Carrick had to do something drastic today, to be fair, because I think all the talk on social media has been, and rightfully so, it's been that just sacking Ollie hasn't done anything because you still got the coaches. So I think Carrick was sort of forced into doing something big, and I think dropping Bruno was kind of that something big that people maybe weren't expecting, that they thought.
But couldn't you drop Bruno for Mata?
I mean, you
really?
could have done, but I think he's trying to win the fans over, and Donny's number 1 popular with the fans. So I think
but you still could have had Donny in there in that pivot, and then had Mata further up.
This is true.
Don't you think
Mata
would have been too rusty anyway? Mata's not even had games, for him to be picked in that big game. That was a big game today. I don't think I would have gone for Mata. I mean, we saw him come on for 30 seconds. He's really not being trusted at all right now. So
true.
That would have been a big decision, G-Wolf, if it was you at the wheel, maybe, I don't know. If you would have, that might have
G-Wolf's out the wheel.
That might have backfired if you would have done that.
It up, or what about put Ahmed on?
Where is Ahmed? Was he even on the bench? I don't even.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah. But
you should get some game time. You should get some game time. We spent, what was it, 30 to 40
37.
million? Yeah,
nearly 30 million for him.
Yeah,
39 for Donny.
Big up to Avenger Mass. Good panel. Thanks, guys. But yeah, anyone new getting in, this is what Flying Pig likes to have. He likes to have fan reactions from time to time. So yeah, get used to ourselves being on, and yeah, chewing the fat after the game. A good result today, 2-0. We're gonna wrap up these player ratings, and if we've got time, we might do a little question and answer at the end. So we've done Donny, right?
Yeah.
Well done, Donny. Sancho. What do you think about Sancho, Griffo?
He's probably my man of the match. Him or De Gea. I thought this was his best game, I think, in a Manchester United shirt. So I'm going to give him. Hell, we won 2-0. Give him a 9. I thought it was first half. He was probably the only player that actually looked like he wanted it. Second half, brilliant. Good runs. Scored the goal, which was topping off a good team goal. So Griffo the Gruffalo said that Sancho's 9.
I like those nicknames, man. Eddie go to the Wolfster and Griffo the Gruffalo. Yeah, man. That's it, man. I'm gonna have to change my channel to Eddie Go to that. Yo, nice one, Makayu, man. Always getting in here. One of the good mods in here. Yeah, thanks for all the mods for getting in here tonight and policing the chat. Anyone that's still not hit a like, please hit a like. Flying Pig is on his way to 50k. He's on about 48.4k. So let's get him up there for the content that comes on. And yeah, thanks for getting in here again, guys. Yeah, Gongshi, thanks again. Really enjoying these fan reaction debate shows. Thanks, Gongshi. Thanks to everyone getting in the positivity. That's what we need after a good result today. So Sancho, G-Wolf, what's your view on Sancho?
So for Sancho, I would say he was an 8. Yeah, I think tell you the truth, no, I'm going to change it. I'm going to go with Griffo, 9, because he was man of the match.
9.
He was my man of the match because that was one of his absolute best performances in a United shirt to date. And long may it continue, and that first goal itself was just pure class.
Okay. I let out a massive cheer when that went in.
Oh, so did I.
Finally.
Great goal. People say Avenger Mask, Sancho 7, yeah, Flying Pig, Sancho 8. I'll give him.
See, this is what we've been calling out for, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we're calling out for. We've got to see more of that in the future, man. 73 likes. Thanks, guys. We're going to wrap up shortly. Pigo's going to be on with some more news. So there must be some bulletins coming in. So we're going to wrap up now. I had to give Sancho a 7 on my list. But you know what? Yeah, I'm getting with the positivity. Gongshi 7-8. I'm going with 8. I love that goal at the end. He grew in the second half. Martial, I'll give him a 5. Not too good.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
5.
Nothing too much to say.
People keep getting in your ratings. Ronaldo, I thought bang average, man. I kept seeing him getting thrown to the ground. I kept seeing him getting pushed to the ground. Wasn't that good until the goal. So I put him at a 6, man. I didn't really like the performance. He kept coming deep to get involved, but yeah, not too good. So I give him a 6. But what you guys said?
I'll put myself at 7.
7.
He's got the Ronaldo on.
Oh yeah.
I'll give myself a 7. Apart from that, didn't have no service. Couldn't really do anything with the ball when I had it. So
yeah,
I was just bang average. And
yeah, you were.
From the goal, I helped out the team, and that's it.
I can't argue that Ronaldo. You did get that goal at the end, so you know maybe I'm a bit harsh on you, but you know, yeah, you're bang average in the first half, mate. But yeah, all right.
I was a snore fest in the first half.
People saying
Ronaldo
6 from Batman. Yeah, Martial 5 from Flying Pig. Yeah, Avenger Mask wasn't like a Martial 3. Flying Pig 4. Ronaldo 8. Ronaldo soothing. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, the goal took him up a bit. Avenger Mask. Yeah, nice one, mate. Joe Russell. Arsenal scum getting in here. Nah, I'm joking, mate. Arsenal getting in here with that. Okay, big up for getting in here, Joe Russell. We're gonna beat you in that game after Chelsea. I think we got Arsenal after Chelsea, don't we? I think.
Yeah.
Next
I'm
month,
coming after Arsenal. That's where I score my hat trick.
Did you say your Ronaldo one, Griffo? I lost track.
No, but I'm going same as G-Wolf. I'm going to go 7. Goal came at a crucial time, well taken. Made a few good runs, a few passes. Wasn't spectacular, but does what Ronaldo does in the Champions League and wins games of football. So 7.
Yeah, nice. And we got the 3 subs now. I think we have to go through. Bruno, I give him a 7 because I think he got the assist for Sancho, and he came on. Yeah, he came on. He was doing some good passing. Yeah, I'll say that. G-Wolf, what you saying?
Yeah, 7. Did
7,
well when he came on.
Yeah, I think. It was very tempting to hit that when it came to him before Sancho, but he laid it off, and it was a good layoff. So 7.
Yeah.
I reckon he gets started in the next game. I don't think Donny starts again. Tots Cole getting in here with a nice super chat, $55. One of the great, what do you call it? Patreons. One of the great patrons of this channel. He's been getting in quite a bit of good money for Flying Pig. Shout out to the panel. Yes.
Thank you very much, Tox.
Thank you, Mr. Cole.
Loving the positivity. Thanks, mate. Thanks for that. Bruno, yes. Joe Russell, that must be for Bruno, 8.3. Gungers, 7. Yeah, Bruno was good. Batman, a little bit harsh, mate. Come on, you got the assist as well. Come on, Batman. Round that up. And then Rashford, I'd say Rashford was a 6 to be honest, because he didn't get like any goal involvement. He did stretch their team a bit, but I give him a 6. Yeah, he's all right. What do you think, Griffo?
Yeah, I'll go 6. I think if he was on the pitch for a bit longer, doing what he was doing, I'd give him a 7 just for that half an hour or so that he was on. He did great stuff, but I think you can't give somebody who didn't get a goal or an assist a 7.
Okay. Dan saying Drew Wolf's face swap is disturbing. I think it's all right, man. it suits the proportions of the face.
I want to see Ronaldo's with Drew face now.
Could you imagine if Ronaldo's watching, man? That would be that would get you know what I mean? Imagine if Ronaldo just shares Flying Pig stream. Flying Pig would be going to 50k straight away, then to 100k. Be going up on and upwards, man. Joe Russell saying a 3 for Rashford. It's a bit harsh, man. Come on. I mean, Joe Russell, I think you're just trolling at this point, man. Come on. We're all doing our Rashford ones.
Yeah.
Mata, I put not applicable.
Yeah.
What did he get? 30 seconds. I didn't. How long did he get?
Yeah, not even that.
0.1. But stepping onto the pitch.
That's true.
It's average, isn't it?
Yeah. According to FIFA, it is Griffo 6. People say that a 5 in real life should be the average.
No, I think I count 6 as the average.
Okay.
Yeah, so do I.
And then last but not least, we're not even done manager ratings on some of these shows, you know. He was, son of a mom. Yeah, thanks for getting in here. Carrick rating. What do you guys think?
8.
Wow. Okay, that's generous. Griffo?
I'll go 7. I didn't think we needed to be as pragmatic as we were for the first 60 or 5 minutes of the game. Starting Martial was baffling. I don't know why that just happened randomly. I don't know if there was a slight injury to Rashford, meaning he couldn't start, but I don't know why. But he's done the job, so I'll give him a 7.
Yeah. I couldn't get over the first half because it was just like a carbon copy of Ole Ball. And I mean, I always look ahead. It's going into the Chelsea game. I don't think we can play like that. So, I mean, I did rate them for the subs, like we were discussing. They changed the game. Despite the fact that Villarreal made a mistake, Rashford and Bruno did stretch them. I give him a 6. I give him a 6. Johnny is on that kind of level as well. Carrick 6 in the first half, 7 in the second, so average 6.5. Yeah, I reckon his first half was worse, man.
I think for just bringing on Bruno and Rashford when he did, and us getting the goal when we did as well after they came on, sort of changed the game for me. So that's the reason why I said an 8.
We were never going to get swashbuckling football, were we? Because
no.
They've had 2 days since Ollie was sacked. Carrick was working under Ollie. You're not going to get a completely different style of football. So we should have seen it coming, to be fair. But 7, I think.
Yeah, I reckon the mistake that Villarreal made and the subs did save Carrick's performance today. Yeah, Batman Night fan saying, Carrick uses substitutions early, which is a good 7. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, that with the subs that he did early, as Batman Night fan says, before that we was heading for a draw. It was because of Carrick who put the subs on early, is what changed the game for me, and that's what
Molly Do is probably singing Carrick at the wheel. We won and did what we needed to do. So 10.
Oh,
Think back to Saturday, different team. Yeah, okay, money.
yeah.
I mean,
it was totally different team.
It's positive, but I don't think it was perfect.
Bit too much.
We would have got good football if it was perfect, you know. So yeah, I mean, obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yeah, it was. I don't think it was.
No, I didn't think it was.
No.
Fergie's son, come on. No, we've got to be positive. Chelsea gonna palm us. Nah, come on. We've got to have some hope now. I mean, I'm trying my best, you know. Chelsea just won 4-0, and then what was their game in the Premier League? They won 3-0 against Leicester, wasn't it, or something like that?
Who beat us 4-2? So
it's not looking good, but come on, man. Carrick's at the wheel for 5 more games. Let's go. Yeah, Gongshi's saying it too. Carrick at the wheel for now. Let's go, guys. Let's go. But yeah, we're gonna have to wrap up because Flying Pig is getting in with some news at 5:30. So everyone that's been in here, thanks for being positive, and thanks for getting in the likes and giving us kind words. We really appreciate it. Obviously, like and subscribe, like I keep saying. Flying Pig on his way to 50K. Got to get there as a community. Look into the description if you want to interact with the Flying Pig on Instagram and Twitter. He's a man of the people, so he will interact. So as for us, you can find me on Eddie's Football Waffle. That's my YouTube channel. I'm gonna have some animation and stuff on there, so give me a subscribe if you want. G Wolf, where can people find you?
People can find me at G Wolf United Gaming. Do a load of content of games now, as with Rocket League, Forza 5, Halo. Do some other stuff as well with Eclipse. Like at the moment, we're doing Doki Doki Literature Club.
Wow!
So
that sounds.
What the hell is that?
It's an anime game, but it's about literature, like a after-school club sort of thing. But it goes along anxiety and all that lot, and it helps with mental health. And
that's cool.
Like that.
Everyone get across to G-Wolf and subscribe.
Exactly. As far as what I'm seeing anyway on there, I'm learning as I'm going along. So
that's interesting.
That's good stuff. Before we get to Griffo's plug, people, new show, like I said, 10:30. You've seen the link there. Get in there for a cheeky pre-stream like. Get on there. Ferguson saying, when am I streaming? Mate, just subscribe, mate. I won't stream for now. I'll just have videos on there. So just subscribe, mate. I will, maybe in the future, mate. Thanks for asking. And Griffo, where can the lovely people find you?
At Delayed Kickoff 1 on Twitter and Delayed Kickoff on YouTube, and at Charlie Griffo 1 on Twitter. That's the one. Nice.
Well, guys, it's been a good show. I've got to give shout outs to everyone. 80 likes. Everyone, give yourselves a pat on the back in the chat and ourselves for a good show. Come on, we had a good show today. Dante, thanks for getting in here. Molly,
cheers, guys.
Yeah, Fergie's son, Mikhail Kramer, Johnny, Gungshi, son of a mom, Joe Russell, Molly Do, everyone. Thanks for just getting in the comments and participating and helping us have a good show. Kay Slater as well getting in here. Yeah, guys, we're going to wrap up there. I wanted to shout out to everyone, but thank you for getting in here and helping us make some good content for the Flying Pig. Like and subscribe. On the road to 50K, and Carrick's at the wheel for now. Let's go, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
We're winning the lot.
That's
it. Yeah.